What the Geek Room and the Golden USB podcast has taught me is that people want the Wern on their podcasts. The Geek Room paid a night at Motel 6, a 2-star motel, but I like chilling here because it's cheap, and a meal. And I talked to the guy, and he said it was $110. I don't believe him for that first podcast. I cut the price down for the second one because I'm a nice guy. I can be a bit of an asshole too if you're an asshole to me. But like that whole podcast, the guests just insulted me the whole fucking time. The people that were actually with the podcasts, they were nice, but the guests were just dickheads. But what that's proven to me is they're willing to pay $110 for an hour and a half of the Wern on a podcast. Okay, well, here's what you're going to do. If you want me on your podcast, I don't have my Cash App set up yet because I need to get a new debit card. In the meantime, if you want me on your podcast, you better do exactly or more what the Geek Room did. And that was $110 worth of commodity, motel stay, and a meal from Denny's for that first podcast, and a meal from one of those artisanal pizza places for the second one that I'm going to do on Monday. You've proven to me through these two podcasts that the Wern content on your podcast is worth to you $50 an hour. And I did 100 minutes for $110 basically. So you've proven to me that I'm worth at least $50 an hour to do your podcast. I want that in full before we do the podcast. You can pay in terms of food for right now. I'm going to switch to Cash App. But for now, a good meal and a night at the Motel 6 will get me to do a podcast with you, for sure. But then at least like a $30 to $50 meal for the second one. So when I get that Cash App, it's going to be $50 an hour if you want high quality Wern content on your podcast, which would be like $100 for Gold Hour if he were to do it again, because, well, it's been proven to me that you want me that bad. Don't have me on just to insult me either. I'll insult you back, bitches. Oh, I could go even coarser than that. I know some real dirty words.